As we age, our brows start to droop. Trust me, I know. My brows are drooping now. Welcome to the Brows & Co. Show, your backstage pass to the world of brows, beauty, and business. I'm your host, Kechia Taylor, and I'm thrilled to have you with us for this weekly episode. Get ready to immerse yourself in the fascinating world of beauty trends, brow secrets, and the ins and outs of the beauty industry. Whether you're a beauty enthusiast, a business owner, or just curious about what goes on behind the scenes, you're in for a treat. So without further ado, let's explore the magic that happens when beauty meets business on the Brows & Co. Show. Welcome back to the Brows & Co. Show. I'm Kechia Taylor, CEO and franchisor of Brows & Company and your host of the Brows & Co. Show. So today I'm going to talk about something that I don't normally talk about, but because I am a brow artist, a brow educator, and a beauty business owner, I get this question all the time. Will my brows be perfect when you do them, when you do permanent makeup to them, when you wax and tint them? Will they be perfect? And the answer is no. They will never be perfect. Brows are not perfect. You know that saying, brows are sisters and not twins. That is such a true statement. No matter how many times you get wax and tint, no matter if you get permanent makeup, no matter if you get microblading, nano brows, or powder brows, your brows will never be perfect. And why is that? It's because of our proportion, right? The proportions of our face. It's different on each side. That's why we like our left side better or our right side better. It's because the proportions are slightly different. So when you get your brows done, we are working against the proportions of your face. Our job is to make them look as close to perfect as possible, still maintaining a natural look. But when you go in and you have these expectations to get your brows done, please do not think that your brows are gonna be perfect, because they weren't perfect from the day you were born. So they're not gonna be perfect once you get permanent makeup done. Permanent makeup is not for you to have perfection. It's for us to fix certain things. Like we can create fullness. We can give you the illusion of a perfect brow, the illusion of fuller lips, the illusion of hair in certain areas. That's what permanent makeup is for. It's not to make your brows perfect. Now, granted, there are some people who have perfect eyebrows, but it's not your everyday going person. Like most of us don't have perfect eyebrows from the beginning, and we just need adjustments, maybe at the top, maybe at the bottom because we wax too much off, or maybe we need to even out the tails to adjust them a little bit. Permanent makeup is there to make your brows fuller. Wax and tint is there to sculpt your brows and to give you a more cleaner look, but nothing is gonna make your brows look perfect. I mean, they'll look perfect, but in reality, they won't be perfect. And I'm just going to go on like my own story is I don't have perfect brows. I've been a brow artist for over 20 years, and my brows are not perfect. One is high, one is low. And the brow that sits low is low because when I was younger, a boy pushed me into the mailbox, and so now my brow bone sits lower. So I use makeup to heighten that brow a little bit so that it will look equal to the other brow. Now, that was a bone issue, right? So the older I became, the more that bone started to droop a little bit. So the lower that brow became over the years. Now, permanent makeup cannot solve that problem because that was the bone actually lowering, but it can adjust the brow a little bit so that it will look equal to the left side of my brow. So that's what permanent makeup actually does. You could just make adjustments so that it gives you the illusion of a perfect brow. When you look at my brows, like when people come in and they see my brows, they'll say, "Oh, I want my brows like yours." My brows are not perfect, so I just want people to know that. And I use a pencil to adjust them the way I want to. Now, for the most part, they are full. Like, I don't have a problem with brow fullness, but I do have a problem with one brow sitting low. And because that brow actually sits low, it gives a more rounder appearance. And the brow that sits higher gives a more angular appearance. So I'm always trying to use makeup to make small adjustments. So even with permanent makeup, you may have to use powder or pencil to make small adjustments. But even doing makeup still doesn't make them look perfect. So I just accepted the fact that my brows are not perfect and they probably would never be. And I'm the only one who do my brows. I'm the only one who ever touch my brows. So I can't blame someone for messing up on my brows or waxing too much hair off my brows because I've always done my eyebrows. And doing my eyebrows all these years, I still don't have perfect brows. But I know how to create the illusion of perfect brows. So I just wanted you to realize that because of proportions in our face, and sometimes life events happen, like some of us were in accidents or fell off the bike, or maybe had some reconstruction done, or maybe some Botox. All of this changes the shape of your brows. And so it's not a fix-all solution. Like, nothing is a fix-all solution. Even when you go get plastic surgery, the doctors don't mess with your proportions. They work with what you have. So that's the same as a brow artist. A brow artist is going to work with what you have to achieve the look that you want. So don't go in and go to a brow artist saying, "Oh, I want perfect brows," because perfection, they're not going to be perfect. They're going to heal differently. They're going to go through changes. As we age, our brows start to droop. Trust me, I know. My brows are drooping now. And so what I do, and maybe this can help some of you, as you go through the aging process, like maybe when you hit 40, and your brow bone, it starts to drop a little, so your eyes start to droop a little. Now, you have to go to the right person. And what they can do is they can take a little bit of hair off the bottom to give you more of a lift. But I'm not talking about just going to anybody who wax brows. They have to be a brow specialist and understand how to sculpt eyebrows. There is a way to get rid of the droopiness in your brows. Trust me, I've been doing it for years. And there are certain products that you can use to highlight underneath your brows and to give your brows a lift. And I'm not talking about concealer. Concealer may be too much. It may give you a more heavier, dramatic look. So if you're going for a more natural look, you want to use a brow highlighting pen or pencil underneath your brow bone to give you the extra height. But when you go to your brow artist will wax your brows in a way that is giving you a lift and is getting rid of the droopiness in your brows. So that's just a tip that I can offer you. Now, if you want to come to Browsing Company, of course, you can come visit us. You can go to www.browsingcompany.com, and we'll be happy to consult with you and lift those brows. But I just wanted to put this information out there because we do get so many people coming in the door saying they want perfect brows. But what you should say is, "I want full natural brows," so that you can leave with your brows looking beautiful and full at the same time. And just keep in mind that we can give you the illusion of perfection. So I just wanted you to understand that in this episode. This is a quick episode, but I wanted to do it impromptu and get that information out there to you. So the next time you visit your brow artist, you won't be looking for perfection, but you'll be looking for nice, lifted, beautiful, natural brows. So, thanks for listening to this podcast. Again, as always, I'm Kechia Taylor, CEO and franchisor of Browsing Company and your host of the Browsing Co Show.